And I think we are live. What's going on, people? UFC 326, Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira fighting for Ilia Toporia's BMF belt. I feel like they kind of ruined the BMF belt with that shit. Like, it has no lineage. Like, I saw Max win the belt, then I saw Max get knocked unconscious, and he's somehow still the champion. Oh, it wasn't for that belt. Okay, what the fuck is the belt then? It's a participation trophy called the baddest motherfucker belt. Ilya's a better motherfucker than Max. So, what are we doing here? He literally pointed to the ground. Max said no. Then he knocked Max out. That's the BMF. It's like the same when, I know, granted, Usman, not the most exciting fighter, but when he flatlined Jorge Masvidal, he should have been given the BMF belt. You make a joke of it when the belt doesn't transfer after you get completely flatlined. That's some garbage. Who you guys got? Max Holloway or Charles Oliveira? They almost kissed at the weigh-ins. They did the old nose to nose. I think we got to have that serious conversation about Cody Garbrandt. Just retire, bro. At this point, like I've been saying it for a while. I don't think he was ever that level of guy. I think he just got very lucky that night against Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz was run down from back to back to back camps after being off for 3 years. Had foot problems, all types of problems in his personal life, and that was his off night. Whereas Cody Garbrandt was just there. I think it could have been a lot of people that night. Probably would have had success against Dominic Cruz that night. Everyone has that night where they just show up and it's an off night for him, and I think that's what that was for Dominic Cruz because Cody Garbrandt is terrible. That Japanese dude, I think, had like 10 losses, 12 losses, some unimpressive record, and he almost knocked him out with a head kick. He beat him. The only reason he lost that fight is because he kept getting points deducted. Like, what are we gonna like? It's not like someone's beating Cody Garbrandt, him being a former champion and moving into title contention. It's like the bottom of the barrel flyweights, or what is he, a bantamweight, are gonna beat Cody Garbrandt. It's tough. Like, once you see a guy as the champion and he loses the champion, you rarely, very rarely see guys get back to being a champion because it's fucking rough to fight your way back and get that same drive that you had when you were becoming a contender and on your way to a title shot. It is not easy. And I feel like that's usually the trajectory that we see with most guys is what we're seeing with Cody. Is you're not going to be fighting contenders. You're going to be having competitive fights and getting fucked up by guys that aren't even in the top 15. But this fight should be good. RoboCop versus Bruno. Is it Bruno Fajeda? Rematch. Now, last time, RoboCop was a big favorite, and he should have won, and he got caught. This time, even though Bruno won the first fight, they have him as a big favorite, and he should win this fight. But those are not always the easiest fights to win. I'm also watching the USA men's baseball team choke, losing the fucking cab drivers from Great Britain. They don't even. Do they even play? What is the sport that they play in Great Britain? I know they play tennis, but like, what do they play? Like cricket? Losing the fucking cricket players. That's just terrible. But they are not doing good right now. Aaron Judge is choking 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. But UFC 326, excited for it. Other than being a hater about the BMF belt. And I love the BMF belt. When they first brought it out, I was like, great, let's do it. I'm all for it. But it has no lineage. That's what ruins it for me. The fact that twice I've seen the BMF get knocked the fuck out, and the guy who knocked him out didn't become the BMF champion. That's retarded. Like, what are we doing at that point? I'm really looking forward to Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. Did anyone see that clip of Michael Johnson was sitting there chilling, and Drew Dober came up to him and was like, hey, man, my nephews and my niece are like, they think I'm racist or something. He said like that. But it's a real thing. Not that he's racist, but he loses to white fighters. He destroys black fighters. It's not racist to say that. It's just the reality of his fight career. Like, he fights a white guy, he gets fucked up. He fights a black guy, usually knocks him out. Knocked out Terrence McKinney, knocked out Bobby Green. I get it. It's internet. It's a joke on the internet. But yeah, really rooting for Michael Johnson in that one. It's tough. I saw a lot of line movement in the fight. I saw, what's up, Ari? I saw Michael Johnson became a huge underdog when he was initially a pretty big favorite. Or a moderate favorite. And Michael Johnson's fight versus Alex Hernandez got pulled because of unusual line movement. Where I guess people were betting on Michael. Well, the line would move the other way because people are betting against Michael Johnson. But last time, his fight got scrapped because people were betting against, I guess, on Michael Johnson against Alex Hernandez. Because either Alex Hernandez was going in there to lose or had an injury that people got wind of, something. They never really let people know what happened with that. But this Bruno Fajeda fight versus RoboCop, who you guys got? I guess let me move this thing so I'm not constantly looking over there. Come on. Come on. Let's see. Have I been... I mean, we're good so far. Usually I get banned on TikTok, so I usually have to turn it off, but so far so good. Bruno Fajeda versus RoboCop. Never met Bruno Fajeda. I've met RoboCop in passing. What's up, Dell? I think you got to go RoboCop, even though he lost the first fight. But like I was just saying before you hopped on, he was a big favorite the first time and he got caught. He's a sizable favorite in this fight too. You know what it is? He's so talented. He's a big, scary Brazilian, a world-class grappler. He's got really good striking, but it's just not. It's not. He's always losing that fight that gets him to like that next level. I mean, Fajeda's got to be confident that he already knocked him out, but RoboCop's the better fighter. But the better fighter doesn't always win the fight. Charles should be fighting around 11:30 probably. Who do you got in that fight, Grant? Charles or Max? I think it's a tough fight for both of them. Like, I think Max is a changed man after getting knocked out by Ilya. You know, like you can't really take the Dustin fight with too much credibility, if you will, because it was Dustin's last fight. Dustin knew it was his last fight going in. When a guy says, I'm retiring, he's not the best version of himself going into the fight. Like, who has gone into a fight saying they're retiring and looked good? I only think of the Menace. Dennis Bermudez won his retirement fight. Robbie Lawler. I forget about Khabib. Did Khabib say he was retiring before the fight at all? I don't remember. But he won. Usually when guys say, this is my last fight, they get fucked up. And I think even with Max, we never saw Max dropped until Ilya dropped him. Then the next fight, Poirier dropped him. So it's like his chin's been touched now. That changes a lot. But I got to go RoboCop in this one. I'm leaning Max in the main event. But again, I don't think he's the same Max. So we never saw Max knocked out. We finally saw him knocked out. Maybe we finally see him submitted. Oliveira could catch him with something clean and jump on him. I thought Max would be a way bigger favorite, but the odds are pretty close in that fight. Surprisingly. But this one should be good here. We got 18-6 versus 15-2. I think, too, RoboCop, he looks so fucking old. I think he's one of those Brazilians with like a fake age. Like, what do they got him listed at? 34. Got motherfucker looks 40. Vicente Luque in his corner. But I do have Gregory Rodriguez in the parlay, so I need Gregory Rodriguez here. I do need Gregory Rodriguez. And I think even for Heda, he's not a big middleweight. I think he might be a welterweight, just not cutting weight. Or not cutting as much weight as he needs to. But I am one of those proponents. I do think they need to go away with the weight cutting and just let guys fight at what they're walking at, fight in shape. I think weight cutting's a little detrimental to people's health. You know, I think guys would turn in way better performances if they were hydrated, healthier. I think we'd get way more entertaining fights, less injuries, more fights would happen with less guys pulling out. I think a lot of the times people pull out because their bodies start breaking down. No, my Paramount's good to go. Thank you for the follow, Smalls. I appreciate it. Maybe you got to update it. Or are you on the prelims? You got to that's a stupid thing too. Instead of just having one continuous stream, they make you like back out of. If you're watching the prelims end. They make you back out and go to the main card. But who you guys got? RoboCop or Pajeda? You know, 6'3", 186. I think he weighs like probably 210. Yeah, they stay fucking with you, Smalls. It's bullshit. They get me all the time with it. You know who they get every time, every pay-per-view with it is Chris Weidman. At the last like 2 pay-per-views I've watched, they have Chris Weidman like talking deep in thought, and then they end the pay-per-view on him. They end the broadcast on him, and they say, now you got to switch over. They've done that to him at least 2 times. This fight should be good here, though. But yeah, Rodriguez is fucking huge next to this guy. Like when I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, when he did win the first fight, RoboCop was fucking him up. And he just caught RoboCop, if I remember correctly. Little feeling out process. I'm also trying to watch the U.S. men's, the World Baseball Classic, and the U.S. men's team fucking choking. They need to be crushing Great Britain. They were like minus 50,000 favorites in this game. Which I guess, now they just tied it up. They should win, but they need to score fucking 10 runs against this team at least. RoboCop being very patient. This fight, I'm leaning RoboCop. I think he should have won the first fight and got caught, but it's tough to win the fights that you're supposed to win. So I think he's kind of in that situation here. He is in my parlay. So I don't need him fucking my shit up. Feeling out process. Fajeda kind of landed the first right hand of the fight right now. 3:30 left in the first round. I've heard people say, too, he's huge, but he's not, like, big weight-wise. He only weighs, like, 205. Where usually guys that look like that weigh 220 and cut that. Oh, he just dropped Fajeda. He's out. RoboCop by knockout. Big right hand. Kyle Schwarber just hit a home run as well. So, big first-round knockout for RoboCop. I think he's also not only a big middleweight, I think Fajeda's a small middleweight. Or, like, just his build is just a little off. He's short and stocky. But that's probably what should have happened in the first fight. So it just got fixed a little bit, rectified. All right, now the men's team is starting to hit. I need Aaron Judge to start to hit. Stop fucking around, Judge. So, first round knockout, Gregory Rodriguez. Now, the next fight is my main event, if you will. Obviously, Max versus Oliveira is going to be an epic fight, or should be an epic fight, but Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson is my fight here. Michael Johnson is on the list of fighters that I have smoked blunts with. Always been cool to me. Definitely sucks when you see him lose, especially his losses were usually like, oh, he's winning, and then he gets knocked out, so it's like, He's had a few of those where he's looking good, he's flowing, he's winning the fight, he's piecing the guy up, and then all of a sudden, boom, he gets knocked the fuck out. And Drew Dober is dangerous as fuck. But both guys have seen, their ups and downs. Dober's 28-15. Michael Johnson's 25-19. Yeah, that was quick. It was a little bit of a feeling out process, and then I think that was almost like the first punch RoboCop threw. He ate a little glancing right hand, circled off, and then landed that. Big win for him, though. Both guys are right at the bottom of the top 15, so again, like I was saying, RoboCop usually struggles to win those type of fights. He struggles to put together win streaks that can get him to inside the top 10. Like, let's see what we got on RoboCop. I hopefully they announce it tonight and we don't get strung along more. I think they're pushing for Pajeda Jones. I think that's the fight they were trying to make. I think Jones would fuck him up, but Pajeda's a live dog in that fight, 100%. Especially if Jones gets cute and tries to stand with him. Like we've seen, Pajeda's dangerous and can change a fight like that. I think they should have it for I think that it's the BMF card. They need to make BMF be for 2 weight classes. So I think they could do like a BMF heavyweight belt and have John Jones and Alex fight for it. And have it be, 205 and heavyweight. Or just strip Tom at this point. Like, if that would almost be the ultimate fuck you to Eddie Hearn and Tom. Like, I'm not going to say, I'm not Tom Aspinall, so I don't know how bad his eye is, but how many fights have we seen? How many eye pokes have we seen? Have we ever seen anyone miss time and start getting eye injection and say he had eye surgery and start saying he can't see and he can't train? And we've seen, remember Bilal got his eye fucking raped by Leon Edwards, and I think he might have had like a minor surgery on his eye, but he got back in there as soon as he could. Think of all the bad eye pokes we've seen. I can't remember ever seeing someone make YouTube videos and walk alone in the park talking about how his eye's fucked up and like kind of drag it out, for lack of a better way to put it. Maybe his eye is really fucked up, but at the same time, it doesn't look good considering all of the people that have. I've been eye poked a bunch of times. I've had eye surgery. It fucks you up for sure. You definitely got a bad eye poke if you couldn't see for months. I've been poked in the eye in training. I have glaucoma. I had a slightly detached retina at one point. I had a cyst or a sty under my eye that had to get surgically removed. Like, I understand eye issues. It's a sensitive thing. But, your eye actually, is it your eye or tongue? I think it's your eye. Your eye is like the fastest healing thing on your body or some shit like that. Oh, Chuck looked like he's high as fuck. So I get it. He definitely got poked in the eye by a big, what is he, a big dirty fucking Frenchman. But he's handling it wrong. Like, the UFC PR team needs to tell him, shut the fuck up. Stop making YouTube videos. You're not doing yourself any service as the baddest man on the planet making videos, walking alone in the park, talking about your fucking eye poke, And even that, he thinks he was going to beat John Jones. John Jones was going to poke him in the eye. What would he have done then? Cried and been like, no contest, disqualify him. I think, like I heard Joe Rogan say it earlier, and I think it's true, just deduct a point for the eye poke, and then people will close their hands. But it is a natural instinct to frame or try to stop someone from coming in, and you open your hand. It's a natural instinct. You never saw it happen as much in Pride because I guess they had a different glove. Change the gloves. Like, at one point, I don't know what the difference was with the gloves they had. I know they changed the gloves and they started seeing less knockouts. I don't know what caused it, but just take a point for the eye poke. But Aspinall already wasn't doing himself any justice by making the YouTube videos, dragging it out. And then, if you have surgery, do that in silence. Like, don't make YouTube videos about it, making it like you were done wrong and shit. And then you don't hire Eddie Hearn as your advisor. Just had a public spat with Dana. Has no other MMA fighters on his roster. Has no working relationship with the UFC. Why the fuck are you going to hire him to negotiate your contracts? It's an easy recipe for a stalemate or a standoff scenario with the UFC. So, long-winded. Obviously, I have a beef with Aspinall, if you will, because I think he's dragging the eye poke. But and that too, his dad was coming out saying he wants to be a boxer. It's like, bro, same thing. PR team, tell your dad, shut the fuck up and stop saying stupid shit in the media. It's not helping your case. It's not making you look more valuable to the company that you're the champion of. Like, I saw people immediately were making the videos or pictures of Aspinall wearing goggles, and that was simply because he was fucking complaining so much. It's like, bro, you're not doing yourself any service. But Aspinall goes on the back burner, and we do John Jones versus Alex Pereira. Max's chick is pretty bad. I don't know if he'd necessarily be a good boxer. He's a good MMA boxer, sure, but Gane was piecing him up the little bit that we saw. He wasn't killing him, but he was winning. He would have won that first round. I think a part of even why he's dragging, if you will, dragging the eye poke a little bit and like, oh, is because he thought he was unstoppable. His confidence was sky high. He thought he was going to walk through Gane. And when he didn't, he started searching for excuses and reasons why he didn't walk through Gane. It's like, no, Gane's better than you thought he was. You're not as good as you thought you were, and Gane's better than you thought he was. I worry about that they're going to be like, super fight, Cyril Gane, Alex Pereira. That's what we might get. Because I did see Malky Kawa, who represents John Jones, say that he was up all night trying to get a deal done. UFC saying a deal fell out. If the deal that the UFC's talking about, like, a fight that fell out, if it fell out because of a fighter getting hurt, that's the way it should happen, If it fell out because they won't pay the money the fighter's asking, then you know what's going on with the UFC. Same reason why a lot of fights don't get made right now. Same reason why Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano is about to fight on Netflix for another company. The UFC doesn't want to set that precedent of paying someone else money, because then the next guy wants more money. Then the next guy wants, and they're going to start having to pay out this $7 billion deal they got. They want to keep all that money. I think the problem, he gets things done, but if you will, the problem is Hunter Campbell. Hunter Campbell's whole goal is the bottom line. He's trying to keep the fight cards costing as little as possible. He's trying to negotiate the fighter contracts for as little as possible. Same thing with the matchmakers. Their job is to keep the fighters fighting for as little money as they possibly can, which is any business. Yeah. I think that was, again, I've said it before, I think that was just a failed negotiation. John held up 205 at one point, too. And it was negotiations. And that's why I think Dana publicly started kind of shitting on Jones and saying how difficult he was to deal with. It's not just that he pulls, failed for steroids, hit the pregnant lady, all that shit. It's also every time he fights, he asks for more money. Every time he fights, he wants to renegotiate his contract. Every time he fights, he wants to do something that the UFC doesn't do. They're I don't want to say a shady business, but kind of a shady business. Their whole thing is to not pay the fighters. Is to keep all the money, and they don't want to pay the fighters shit. Until the fighters have some sort of union, they're fucked. They're always going to be in this scenario. Like the Ali Act was put in place, like even Dana attacking people who are against them amending the Ali Act. The Ali Act was put in place to protect the fighter from the promoter. That's it. That's what the Ali Act is, to protect the fighter from the promoter. And instead of them amending it to add MMA fighters, The UFC just every couple years pays a class action lawsuit, which is fucked up. It's going to take either a John Jones or the man who could do it is a Conor McGregor, who could just band the fighters together and say, there's how much money I made, there's how much money you guys can make. Like, you guys need to form a union. You guys need to band together a little bit. Until they have that, they're fucked. Why do you think it was a red flag? I thought that was a great fight. The red flag for me was Daniel Cormier saying, these fighters are making more money. And then Justin Gaethje came out and was like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm making fucking the same amount of money. They're selling this fight on their new streaming platform that they just got billions for. I'm not getting paid anything else. And instead of fighter pay going up, Dana just upped the bonuses. Do you know the bonuses were 100,000 or 75,000 10 years ago? And then they made them 50, and they were 50 for a decade. When 10 years ago they were 75 or 100, they were higher. And it wasn't just for UFC 100, UFC 200. They were higher. If you go look, the bonuses used to be higher. Shout out Joanna. I guess they're inducting Joanna and Whaley's fight into the Hall of Fame. Love me some Joanna. Yeah, that fight was great. Gaethje versus Patty. Patty has slowly won me over, and then after that fight, I was like, oh, I fucking love Patty. Patty's the man. Very entertaining fighter. Ooh, Joanna's out there looking good tonight. Joanna got them big ass titties. Joanna got them big ass titties. I don't know. I've seen so many people post it. Dana's definitely lost a little bit of his lust or aura for his love for fighting, if you will. Something. Like, he's a gambling addict, so he gets his highs from winning $100,000, $200,000 hands. Like, that's what it is. This shit just doesn't give him that same high. I think they should do Patty versus the winner of this BMF fight. Like, I don't think Patty lost in losing. I think he gained in that fight because of how durable he was, how much heart he showed, how scrappy he was. He was fighting to the bell. Versus, if he just got his ass kicked and didn't show that kind of performance, then you maybe give him a loser of another fight. But I think he won in losing in that fight. That they could give him we don't know how long Gaethje's going to be around. If Gaethje's going to beat Ilya, we almost want to get Patty back to that Ilya fight. So what they got to do is the next fight. So if we have Arman and Gaethje basically in line, they can make the next guy in line be the winner of Patty versus Max or Charles. The link is Paramount Plus, $9.99 a month. Yeah, Patty is fucking durable. Look at all those fights where Gaethje knocked people out, where Patty just kept taking the shots, was getting hit with some flush shit. This fight, I got to ride with Michael Johnson. Like I said, Michael Johnson's the homie. I smoked a lot of blunts with Michael Johnson. He's always been cool to me. I've met Drew Dober in passing, and he was cool, but Michael Johnson's the homie. So, I hate if someone approaches me, Like, oh, I'll do an interview before a fight. I'm cool. I'm like, cool. I try not to really reach out to people when they're in fight camp because I know they're getting pulled in all these different directions. But I mean, I'll put it out there. Now I'll probably jinx him. But if Michael Johnson wins, I'll try to see if he'll do a little interview with me in the coming weeks. But yeah, Michael Johnson's the man. He's super cool. Rolls a good blunt too. Who, Patty? Yeah. Well, it was a low blow right before he got hit with the uppercut. So it was like, oh, they kind of should have stopped the. Thank you for the follow, Dominic. I appreciate it. They probably should have stopped the action right there, but like they have outside the ring referees. They almost need two refs for fights. And they kind of do, but they need to like use it more. Like, and use it quicker. Like when there's a foul, they should stop the fucking fight. Like I saw Patty was pissed. When Patty went back and watched that fight, he kept like seeing all the moments and he's like, right here, he fucking fouled me. Right here, he fouled me. And I don't think Gaethje was doing it on purpose. I think it's just something that happens in fighting. I was just talking about that before. If you're white, you give Dober a scrap. If you're black, Dober knocks you out in the first round. It's fucked up. It's a funny statistic. I like Drew Dober, though. He was cool. He fought one of my other homies, Matt Frivola, and Matt Frivola TKO'd him. And I met Dober before the fight, and I was like, oh, I'm Frivola's boy. He was like, oh, no, like, And then I saw him after the fight, and he was like, your boy got me. Your boy got me tonight. What is body cam Dober? Does he have a body cam video out there? I'm rooting for Johnson, obviously, but it's so tough because Michael Johnson has those fights. He has a couple of them where he was winning, fucking the dude up, looking great, and then he gets knocked out. A couple of the fights, too, he's gotten knocked out in the third round. Which ones were those? Where you're like, all right, Michael Johnson's cruising to a decision, and then he gets fucking flatlined. He doesn't get TKO'd, he gets flatlined. Michael Johnson, too, gym legend. Like, I never got to train with Michael Johnson, but a lot of my old teammates and friends I know have, and I've, like, been around Michael Johnson. Gym legend. Like, I think Usman said it. The only person who ever dropped him was Michael Johnson. And just, like, Michael Johnson is, like, he's that guy in the gym where it's like, that's who's sparring you want to watch because it's a show. Yes. Michael Johnson, and not even does he lose to Chiwiwis. He gets knocked out by Chiwiwis. And then he TKOs John Jones. Yes. Bro, he's good, Michael Johnson. Bro, I was talking about it as soon as I went live. Get the fuck out of here, Cody Garbrandt. Like, you're done. Like, just retire. It's only going to get worse from here. That no-name fucking Japanese dude almost knocked him out with a head kick and was beating him if he didn't hit him with those low blows. Like Cody, it's not going to get better for Cody. And I always say it, Cody's performance against Dominic Cruz, it wasn't like, oh my God, he's so good. He got lucky that night. That was Dominic Cruz's off night. That was Dominic Cruz's perfect storm of overtrained, too many training camps back-to-back after a layoff, personal life problems, and Cody Garbrandt just caught him on that night and looked good. Drew Dober's fast, too. This fight's going to be whoever lands that first big shot. Like, that's my problem with Cody right now is it's not like he's going to lose to a guy who's then going to get a title shot or is then a fight away from a title shot. He's going to wind up losing to fucking Charles Johnson, like fucking guys that aren't even in the top 15. At that point, you got to, and I think he's still young. Isn't he still young? It's just tough to see when a guy becomes a champion, the fall off kind of be so steep. Oh my God, the guy, who was that? Who said that he won the decision? How worried were you after the low blow when they started screaming at each other? I was like, oh my God, he's gonna get knocked out. I thought Cody was gonna get knocked out right there. I thought he was gonna run out with his chin in the air and get knocked out right at that point. I was screaming at the TV like, don't do it, Cody, don't do it. His corner was screaming at him like, calm down, relax. I thought he was getting knocked out right there. What saved him was, after they were screaming at each other about to go nuts, was Herb Dean saying, hold on, and deducting a point. Oh, that's good. You always got to hedge the bet. If I had money on that, I didn't bet. I stay away from Cody fights, but if I had money on that, I would have been worried. You know, he like that TJ Dillashaw fight, that Pedro Munoz fight, like he goes full retard sometimes and it's like, you know what? Bang in the middle. It's like, bro, it's fucking a minute into the round. Oh, see, it sucks. Like, you don't like it gets rough when you like know people even a little bit and you root for them. I like the fights where it's kind of like I have no investment and I can enjoy it. Like, I really don't want to see Michael Johnson get knocked out right now. But Drew Dober against the black man just turns into fucking Alex Pereira. It was funny, too. I saw him. He was talking about when he fought Bobby Green, and Bobby Green was like narrating the fight to him up until he caught him with the left hand and knocked him out. But he's like, everything I threw, he was like, nope, that's trash, you know? And then he hit him with a two-piece and was like, you like that? Like, you're slow, and was just talking mad shit to him. Bobby Green, too. Who saw that last fight? Who did he beat? Zellhuber? Bobby Green looked good in that fight. Oh, yeah, Bobby Green looked fucking good in that fight. Bobby Green's always been cool, too. My old jiu-jitsu coach is now Bobby Green's jiu-jitsu coach. All right, here we go. Michael the Menace Johnson versus Drew Dober. Michael Johnson's on a little winning streak right now, too. Yeah, Green's super cool. Smokes a lot of weed. Little feeling out process. This fight, too. Good jab just landed for Michael Johnson. Once this fight picks up, it should get good. But yeah, so one of my old training partners and a friend of mine, my old jiu-jitsu coach is Marco Scalval. He opened up a gym in California, and he now works with Bobby Green. But don't judge his jiu-jitsu off of Bobby Green getting caught in that triangle. I don't know what the fuck Bobby Green was doing in that Patty fight. Oh, nice left hand just landed for Michael Johnson. You know, I almost get more worried, too, for Michael Johnson when he is winning. Because, like I said, he has those fights where he's, like, looking great, and then all of a sudden he gets flatlined. Like, right now, he's looking good. He's looking good so far. He's winning this round so far. A minute and a half in. Good low kick lands for Dober. You know, the thing with Dober, too, that I think people got to realize, granted, not a southpaw, but Dober is like one of Gaethje's main training partners. And one of Usman's main training partners when Usman's in Colorado. Like, Dober's good. You can't sleep on Dober. Ooh, nice little check hook just landed for Dober. Good jab lands for Michael Johnson. Backs Dober up. That's not a bad bet. Either guy by KO is not a bad bet in this fight. Ooh, another little left hand lands for Michael Johnson. Good low kick and then a jab lands for Michael Johnson. He just landed a nice little inside leg kick with a jab. A couple glancing shots for Dober. Dober misses with a low kick. Michael Johnson just passed Rafael dos Anjos for the third most time in the octagon at 155. I like that little combination he's throwing. It's been effective. He lands an inside low kick followed by a jab. We have southpaw versus southpaw in this one. Ooh, good jab lands for Dober. No, he doesn't need to get reckless. Needs to stay tight. It's usually when it's either way. Like he just zigs when he should zag and gets clipped. His defense looks good right now, though. Dober's game, though. Dober's still in this. Dober's tight right now with his defense. Ooh, spinning back kick barely misses for Dober. I don't know if I've ever seen Dober throw a spinning back kick. But that's the thing, too. Dober's always got good cardio. He trains at altitude or high altitude. Another little glancing left hand lands for Michael Johnson. Close first round, but I'm leaning Michael Johnson. I feel like he wobbled. No major wobbles, but he got a little bit more reactions out of Drew Dober. Ooh, another little 1-2 lands for Michael Johnson. Looks like Michael Johnson, he's got Dober hesitant a little bit. Ooh, another good left hand lands for Michael Johnson. He's got Dober pulling back his kicks and punches right now, hesitating. It's crazy, too. Michael Johnson is 39. Yeah, Dober's landed a few good low kicks. See, he's doing good with that inside low kick to a jab. It's keeping Dober respectful. So I'm going to go 1-0 Michael Johnson. And like I said, the lines moved like crazy. I know Michael Johnson was a favorite at first, and then I guess a lot of people were coming in with money on Drew Dober. And he became I think, plus 170 underdog. Yeah, that was a good first round. Good for both guys, though. Like, Dober definitely downloaded a lot of information there. Michael Johnson landed some good straight left hands. Dober landed a good amount of low kicks. Those low kicks add up. Like, judges don't score those low kicks as much as they should. Those low kicks, head punches almost take less of your battery out. Like, if you're playing a video game and he has a power bar, those low kicks really deplete your power bar. Your legs start to get real heavy. Oh, both guys, big swings and misses there. Almost a clash of heads right there, it looked like. Oh, nice little check right hand landed for Johnson. It looked like Dober caught him with a counter. Good jab lands for Michael Johnson. Good body shot for Dober. Good low kick lands for Dober. Oh. Whoa. Dober with a wheel kick. Barely missed. Now Dober, this round's got Michael Johnson guessing and freezing up a little bit. Good jab lands for Michael Johnson. Another good jab for Michael Johnson. Oh, good left hand lands for Dober. Michael Johnson ate it, though. It looked like it hit him in the neck. Oh, big left hand for Dober, and Michael Johnson's out cold. Oh, he connected there, though. I am happy I did stay away from this fight betting-wise. Something told me put some money on Michael Johnson. Luckily, I did not. Nah, I mean, you weren't wrong. We knew that was how the fight was going to go. One of them was going to knock the other one out, most likely. They're both not really decision fighters. Oh, perfectly placed straight left hand. Bounced his head off the canvas. And then he actually woke him up with the next punch because Michael Johnson was out cold. He was stiff. And then that, like, follow-up punch, I think, is what kind of unstiffened him and woke him up a little bit. Oh. Terrible. He was looking good right up until that, though. I'm leaning Max, but I'm worried about Max because I don't think he's the same fighter after that Ilya fight. We never seen him dropped. We saw him drop by Ilya. Then we saw Dustin drop him, flashed him for a little bit. And I think Oliveira is dangerous enough that he's definitely a live underdog in this fight. More than likely, Max puts the volume on him. But if Max is slipped up or even, isn't the same as he used to be, I could see Oliveira doing a little club and sub action. We never saw Max knocked out. We've also never seen Max submitted, so there's a first time for everything. Yeah, I think Oliveira could submit him, absolutely. But Max has always been, he's got to, club him or get him up against the cage and kind of jump on his back because Max has always been very scrambly and tough to take down. We never really seen Max's jiu-jitsu, have to survive on the ground, but he's very good at defending takedowns, popping back to his feet. Man. Damn it, Michael Johnson. He was on a little win streak, too, Michael Johnson. If he would have won this one, he would have been, creeping into a top 15, top 10 fight. But Drew Dober was not today. Undefeated against the black man. Wow, so that holds true. If you are black, Drew Dober is going to knock you out. That's fucked up. Drew Dober won. I don't know if Oliveira submits him off his back. He could, but I think if anything, he submits him, gets on his back. If he could take Max down or trip Max as Max is trying to get up, he could jump on his back. Or a club and sub is always an option. I am in the Raul Rosas haters club. I don't know what it is. I just can't fucking stand the guy. I do like the Chiwiwis. I think it's funny. I've said it a few times, but he is the ugliest, no homo, but he is one of the ugliest motherfuckers I've ever seen. He looks like a cartoon character, and I'm just not entertained by him. He's not an entertaining fighter. I would love to see Rob Font win, but more than likely, these type of fights are the ones where Rob Font forgets how to fight. So more than likely, he's going to take Rob Font down, and Rob Font's going to be on the ground jiu-jitsu? I've never grappled before. That's more than likely how this fight's going to go. I hope not. I'm rooting for Rob Font, but Rob Font always finds a way to lose those type of fights and look like he's fucking clueless. I think the odds for this fight should be closer. They have Raul Rosas a pretty significant favorite. Shout out to AC Slater. They got some nice hoes in the crowd. A lot of people picking Holloway. Like, what is... So Rob Font's 30, about to be 39, fighting a 21-year-old. Oh, Michael Johnson. Bro, like, I'm sure he pulls bitches because he's a UFC fighter. He probably has some money now. Like, but if you're a girl and you're hooking up Rosas, you got some low self-esteem. Like, you have no shame. Like, you would blow a homeless dude. Like, what the fuck, you know? I mean, he's ugly as fuck. Hopefully he's got a hog on him or something going for him, but, like, God did not bless him in the looks department. He was, I'll give you the ability to fight, but I'm going to make you the ugliest motherfucker possible. Like, people are going to look at you and be like, what the fuck? He looks like Rocky Dennis from that movie, The Mask. It's crazy. I'm rooting for RDR, but that's a tough fight. My parlay needs RDR and Max. So, knock on wood. I've seen some funny clips of Rosas, but he's also kind of cringy. And then, you know, just, I don't know, something about him. I've never thought like, oh, I'm going to be a fan of this guy. I've always just thought I fucking do not like this guy. Like, fuck this guy. Is he going to sub him, though? More than likely, he's probably just going to lay on him for 15 minutes. I mean, I get it. He's definitely doing good with the Chihuahuas thing. He caught a little market for that. And obviously, like the Mexican community, they want their fighter. Oh. So Justin Gaethje versus Elia is going to headline the White House. So they did not get the John Jones deal done? Oh, my God. Pereira versus Cyril Gane. Get the fuck out of here, bro. For all the goofy people that believed Ariel Helwani, they did not offer John Jones $30 million. That is why John Jones never fought Aspinall. That is why John Jones is not fighting Alex Pereira. Because they do not want to pay John Jones. And Rufy versus Michael Chandler. Why the fuck wouldn't you just put Conor on that card? You know, the greed of the UFC, if you will. They could have easily put Conor on that card. I heard rumors that they wanted to do Conor versus Rufy. Obviously, they had Conor versus Chandler. What the fuck is Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia doing on this card? Bro, that card fucking sucks. I'm going to be honest. That card sucks. They could have did so much better for that card. No Colby, no Jorge Masvidal. What the fuck is Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane? That's a Brazilian versus a French guy at the White House. What the fuck is that? That's terrible. That is not the card I thought they were coming with. That is not the card I thought they were coming with. Gaethje versus Topuria, though, is fucking great. That's a great fight. It's going to be tough, though, if Ilya wins and it's like that's the fight at the fucking White House. This Georgian Spaniard. Gan versus Pereira is fucking terrible. That's a huge ball drop by the UFC. Great fight, though, for Pereira. Like, Cyril Gane's not taking him down. Or shouldn't try to take him down. I mean, I could see Bo Nickel as the first fight on the card. Who would they put Bo Nickel against? I forgot. I didn't remember seeing it, but Bo Nickel's American. He's a decorated collegiate wrestler. So the fight that fell out had to have been John Jones versus Pereira. And the only reason that fight would fall out is money. The UFC does not want to pay John Jones the money. Amon's a hobby might end the hype of Sean O'Malley. Like, Sean O'Malley did not look good against Song Yadong. What was it? What was that guy's name? Was it Song Yadong? Yeah, Song Yadong. Yeah, that card didn't deliver. No, O'Malley. They could have because they like O'Malley, but O'Malley don't deserve that title shot. Man, that's rough. I was expecting a way different card. That means that they are done with Jones. If they didn't make that fight, that means that Jones negotiated his way out of the fight. That's crazy, though. That's going to be a tough night for O'Malley, though. Zahabi's good. Oh, yeah, LeBron James. That White House card sucks. They could have did better with that. You know what it is, though? I get it, if you will. Same thing like they're going to keep Conor if he returns for International Fight Week, and they got to spread out their fights for other cards, I guess. But they should have did Colby versus Bo Nickel. That would have been a good fight. I don't even know. Who the fuck is Bo Nickel fighting? I missed it. Like, I saw his name up there, but I didn't, like, look at it. Bro, you know who's a cool fucking dude? Is Faraz Sahabi. He's oh my god, Diego Lopez. Who the fuck is he fighting too? Why the fuck is he on the fight? Oh, he's fighting Kyle Dawkins. That's a tough fight. Yeah, Steve Garcia versus Diego Lopez. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is that? Well, there is no undercard, LeBron. It's only going to be a 6-fight card, they said. So those are the fights. Even that, though, like, I like O'Malley, but you're going to put him on that card? Like, what the fuck? He don't, dare I say, he don't deserve that spot. Did the UFC not watch the Song Yadong fight? And I don't think O'Malley's as big of a draw or as entertaining as they like market him as. Let me see. What do we got? What do we got? All the comments I'm seeing is that the card, that people are not impressed with the card, so they kind of didn't deliver. I do like Ilya versus Justin, but I feel like we kind of knew that fight was already coming. Gane versus Pereira. We kind of knew that would be the fight if they couldn't make a deal with Jones. What the fuck is Islam doing? But I think that they did say they didn't want Russians at the, just because the whole Ukraine situation and blah, blah, blah. They didn't want Russians on the card. I did remember hearing that. Bro, that was the joke I saw, that they were like, the fight at the White House, it's going to be Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez 3. Is going to be the co-main event. The main event is going to be Alex Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez 4. Yeah, they didn't deliver with that. I think Marab and Jan, the only reason they didn't do that is because I think I remember hearing them say they kind of couldn't politically put Russians on the card. Yeah, it's only going to be a 6-fight card. Again, because I think logistics and probably still, like I was saying before, they're trying to keep the budget down. Like, if Hunter Campbell is doing good things for the UFC, he also is the problem. Like, he's not opening up the checkbook to make sure guys get the money they deserve or the money it would take to make the fights happen. He's trying to keep the fighters getting paid as little as possible. Like, that's the name of the game. It's not pay fighters great money or overpay them. It's pay them as little as possible. It's like, how much do you think you want to make? We're going to pay you half, you know? Unfortunately, I think that's the name of the game right now, which is fucked up, considering they just signed the biggest broadcast deal they ever have. And with every broadcast deal, they keep going up, but fighter pay is not going up. Like, what the fuck is going on? We're going to up the bonuses. But what the fuck is that? Yeah, Pereira or Aspinall would have been better, or Pereira versus Jones. Pereira versus Jones is a fucking super fight. Like, that fight would feed families. Like, that fight would be historic. Alex is such a decorated Brazilian, such a decorated kickboxer, had a great UFC career. John Jones, great UFC career, a double champion. That was the fight to make. But for Pereira, best possible scenario to become the first 3-weight world champion is Gane, because Gane's going to strike with him. Gane, oh man, Aspinall's probably punching air right now. Blindly just swinging at air. Like, are you kidding me? Gane's getting rewarded. But what the fuck is that, though? A Frenchman? The co-main event's going to be a Brazilian versus a Frenchman. I don't get that at all. I thought they were putting on American fighters. And we got Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. Makes no sense. No sense. Let me see. Let me catch up a little. Gane always cheats. I hate that about him, yeah. He does have a little bit of a checkered past. I saw someone at one point did a little highlight video of him, and he's comes off as a dirty fighter. He pokes, he fucking low blows, punches to the back of the head. But that's the biggest thing I took away from that is Alex might be the first 3-weight world champion, and they gave him the best possible opponent. Yes. Bro, Ariel Helwani is the only person you ever heard say that John was offered the money. He was not offered the money. Then John did an interview and said, like, oh, as a fighter, would I walk away from $30 million? That's not him saying he was offered the $30 million. That's him saying that he's worth that and what he walk away from that negotiation. The UFC never offered him that money. Ever. Same reason why Ronda Rousey's fighting Gina Carano for Jake Paul. The UFC's not throwing money at people. It's just not. That's why even though they had problems with Ngannou, that's why Ngannou left. They don't throw money at people. They don't give in to demands. When fighters are like, I'm negotiating with the UFC, it's not a negotiation. UFC is take it or leave it. You say what you think you're worth. They lowball you, and it's usually take it or leave it. It's been that way since Zuffa bought the company. First, it was Joe Silva and Dana, and Lorenzo Fertitta was the good guy who would kind of up. Like when Lorenzo was there, that was the only time fighter pay would go up because Lorenzo was fucking rich and was like, all right, yeah, I'll give you the money, blah, blah, blah. Dana probably then said to him, like, what are you doing? Like, we got to keep this shit low. Joe Silva always lowballed people. Shelby's had a history of lowballing people. Mick Maynard has learned from them, is always trying to lowball people. And now Hunter Campbell is that guy that's, this is what you want? No, this is what we're offering. Take it or leave it. Yeah, Gon. The thing with Gon is the grappling isn't there. You know, think of he could have been a champion, and then he got out-grappled by Francis Ngannou, which was fucking crazy. Now we got Raul Rosas versus Rob Font. I feel like the whole MMA world is probably like, oh shit, there's still fights on, because they're taken back by that White House card. So let me know what you guys think in the chat. Consensus is that card didn't deliver, right? That card didn't deliver for me. Like, I was expecting some crazy shit. Pereira versus Gon isn't it at the White House? Like, the guy, you'll understand Gon talking because he just has an accent, but Pereira's going to need a translator if he wins. What the fuck is Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia? Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins is the only American versus American fight, if I'm not mistaken. Then they have Sean O'Malley versus a Canadian. What the fuck was that card? And Rufy, what the fuck is that? A Brazilian versus Michael Chandler. Why the fuck is Michael Chandler on the White House card? I get it, he's an entertaining fighter, but what the fuck? Nah, I don't think it's crazy. What times? Wars? Life goes on. No, it's for an interim heavyweight title. Exactly. Why the hell is Michael Chandler getting a top 10 fight? What the fuck? And why is he on the White House card? I don't get that. 10%, 5% chance he beats Marcio Rufy? I thought it was going to be Jones Pereira too. And when I saw Conor did an interview with Chael and some fucking weirdo, I don't know who that weirdo guy was that was on the interview with Chael and Conor. He was like trying to suck Conor's dick or something. That shit was fucking weird. But Conor said like he wanted the White House. They didn't want to do it. And then he told the UFC, do the White House and I'll do International Fight Week. But it's looking like they're going to try Conor International Fight Week. I mean, if it's not going to be Chandler, I don't want to see, I'd watch it. I don't want to see him fight Max or Oliveira because he's going to get fucked up. And granted, he's going to get fucked up probably with anyone he fights, but I think they got to do him versus Nate Diaz. Cash that ticket in before it's not possible anymore. Because if Conor gets fucked up in his comeback fight, we're not seeing him again. I'd watch Patty versus Conor. If they want to make Patty a fucking superstar, I think that's almost what they kind of should try to do too. If it's not going to be Nate Diaz, is give the rub to a younger fighter. I like what Rob Font's doing so far against Rosas, though. He's not letting Rosas take him down. He's backing him up. They should do Patty versus Conor. All right, back to this fight. All right, Rosas finally got his takedown. Yeah, I don't know why. Conor versus Chandler on the White House card. If even that, if the rest of that card was what it was, but it was Conor versus Chandler instead of Roofy versus Chandler, the card would be a lot better. The card would have delivered a little bit. Like Roofy versus Chandler makes 0 sense, especially on the White House card. Font got up, got taken back down. I saw someone say that Rosas was going to submit Rob Font. I don't know about that. I think. Oh, what's up, Steeling Nation? Oh, that'd be dope. Ilya versus Justin at the Coliseum. I think at one point they were thinking about that, but I don't think anything ever came of it. It's definitely not an American heavy card at the White House. Like Donald Trump should look at that and be like, "What are you doing, Dana? I wanted Americans." Like what we got Bo Nickel. That's Gaethje's American. Another mat return by Raul Rosas. See, look, exactly like I said. Now Rob Font's like, I don't know how to grapple. Like, what is he doing to me? Bro, you've been fighting for fucking 20 years. Idiot. I've met Rob Font in passing. Nice guy. I feel bad that I just called him an idiot. But he's grappling like he never fucking grappled before right now. I think Max Holloway outclasses Charles. I think that too, but another part of me is worried about Max. Like, is he the same Max? I think he's changed. A lot changes after you get knocked out for the first time. I don't think he looked like the same Max in that Dustin fight, even though he won and he had his moments, but he got dropped in that fight. He was also fighting a guy who was on his way out, who knew he was retiring. Guys never look good in those fights. And Father Time catches up to people. You know, Max has been hit a lot. Charles is up there in age, though. That's the other thing. But it's a very tough fight. Probably like an hour till Max Charles. If Charles is smart, he's looking for the club and sub and should definitely try to work the grappling. Because if it's on the feet and they stay on the feet, it'll probably be Max peppering him with shots until Charles starts to slow down and then Max picks it up. Same way we've seen Max do it so many times. But if Charles pushes the action on him and can catch him with something, that's what'll make it interesting. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you can't. Max is one of those fighters. If you're like, oh, I fucking hate Max, like, bro, what the fuck's wrong with you? You know, like, what do you mean? He's always been entertaining to watch, and he's fucking chill. You can't not like Max Holloway. Like, you can't not like Hawaiians, I feel. Like, Hawaiians are always pretty fucking cool. At least the ones that fight. I think Font won 10-9, but they could easily give it to Rosas on control time. Font was doing some work early on, but Rosas with those takedowns usually influence the judges, but I almost wasn't paying close enough attention to the round. I'm still, like, taken back by this White House card. I just don't understand how it's not more American. Another takedown for Rosas. See, it's like, I knew this would wind up being the fight. Oh, Rob Font losing the scrambles. He's got a triangle right now. It's loose. But yeah, that White House card just has me like, what the fuck are they doing? I was so amped for the announcement. I don't know. I'd almost have to think John Jones. is the fight that fell through. I know they're trying to make Nunes versus Harrison again, but I know obviously Harrison had neck surgery, so it takes a little bit of time to come back from that. Like, when was that fight supposed to happen? January? It usually takes 6 months at minimum. So that would probably put her a little bit past the White House card. I mean, Bo Nickel's pretty American. Yeah, Font doesn't look too comfortable in there. Bro, imagine that if they did put John. Well, you know what's going to happen. They're going to find Coke in the White House. It's going to be Connor's Coke. Connor was like, in the interview I saw with him and Chael, he said, he's like, if I don't fight on the White House card, I'm going to go to the fights, and then I'll fight International Fight Week. Rose is trying to take the back of Rob Font. I mean, a couple of those fights, yeah, like we were saying, I really don't understand some of those fights. I don't get the Lopez versus Garcia fight. I mean, Kyle Darkus versus Bo, if you wanted to make that the first fight of the night, I wouldn't mind it. It's whatever. But O'Malley versus Zahabi, I don't get. And the worst, in my opinion, the worst fight on the card is actually Rufy versus Chandler. Like, that fight almost makes no sense. Because if Chandler was going to win and have, like, that moment on the mic, it'd be cool. Like, America! He's more than likely losing that fucking fight. So instead of having Chandler scream, America's birthday, or whatever the fuck, it's going to be, yo, translator, what did Rufy just say? Like, it's almost set up right now. Think about it. Dawkins versus Bo Nickel might be the only Americans to win. I know Steve Garcia's American. Lopez might beat Steve Garcia. Zahabi might beat O'Malley. Ilya's probably going to be a huge favorite against Gaethje. Rufy's probably beating Chandler. So they made a card just to have a bunch of Americans get fucked up. I felt like at least 4, if they're making 6 fights, 4 of the fights needed to be like American versus American. That's going to be terrible if fucking every American just gets fucking squashed. It is weird, right? How Rosas has like no ground and pound. He has terrible ground and pound. He like throws like girl punches. And like little slaps to the body. I'm rooting hard for Gaethje in that one. That'd be the craziest win, too. Yeah, if Gaethje can flatline him as the main event of the White House card, that would be the most American shit ever. Gonna be rooting for Gaethje, but yeah, that's gonna be a tough night. You know, Ilya's really fucking good. I mean, I don't mind Gaethje versus Ilya. I would have tried to make Jones versus Pereira. I would have did Connor versus Chandler, or Connor versus Nate Diaz on the White House card. I definitely would have did Colby versus somebody. You know, Colby was the first one talking about Trump in the octagon and made it like a thing. Could have, honestly, Colby versus Bo Nickel. They've had a lot of beef going on. Um, trying to think of other good Americans that they could have put on that card, but definitely some minor changes that they could have made there that would have made that card deliver. Trying to think of another good one they could have threw on there. Man, though, this fight's almost like a girls' fight right now. Like I'm not even interested in it. But it's a Raul Rosas fight, so yeah, Colby versus Bo would have been a way better fight. You know, like the luckiest guy to be on that card because how many eyes are going to be on it is Kyle Dawkins. Like he's the most unknown guy on that card, and I guess Steve Garcia. Yeah, they definitely didn't deliver with that. Trying to think of another good one, but definitely, what are they doing? Like, it's greed, if you will, a little bit, and then being like, "Nah, we need Connor for this ticket, this the gate that's going to be sold at International Fight Weekend." But bro, I would have took a Masvidal versus Colby rematch. Would have been better than a handful of those fights. Connor Diaz 3 would have been good. I mean, hopefully it winds up being like the greatest night of fights because good news today was seeing Masvidal and Ben. They squashed the beef a little while ago. What'd they do, like an interview or something together? I saw that they squashed the beef. I think when he got sick and they like talked. But man, the only thing that can save that card, yeah, is if Justin flatlines Ilya, which is not looking good. Well, I think they're leaning probably because it's caught a lot of traction. I feel like with social media and how good Strickland looked in that fight. I hope they do Strickland versus Kamzat. Like whatever the White House card is, if like for International Fight Week we get like Kamzat versus Strickland and a Conor McGregor fight, that would be pretty dope. I forget what year it was, but that one year was the greatest International Fight Week where we had, if I remember correctly, I can't remember though. When they used to do 2 fight cards or 3 fight cards, I remember that one time one of the fight cards, it was a Thursday night and it was Eddie Alvarez versus RDA. And then Friday night was another card and then Saturday night was another card. That's what they need to get back to, but again, I think their main concern, especially since they sold to IME, William Morris, or whatever the fuck the company is, they just want to keep the budget down and recoup their money. You know, they're not trying to pay Connor crazy money or John Jones crazy money or anyone for that matter, Ronda, because they just want to keep their bottom line down to recoup their money, which for the fans sucks, for the fighters sucks, but for the company, it's fucking great. But for the fans, it totally fucking blows. Like we keep getting those, like it kind of feels like they drop the ball moments. Ferguson and Barbosa, what was that from? Strickland could definitely beat Kamzat. The main thing you need to beat Kamzat is cardio and the ability to push his cardio, like make him work, like we saw Gilbert Burns do. Yeah, that was kind of a letdown. I was expecting just I knew that there was going to be a Conor fight because I saw that clip with Conor talking to Chael, but I was hoping for Jones. I was hoping for like just some other buzz, some other like, whoa, look at that matchups. Like Roofy Chandler does nothing for me. O'Malley versus Zahabi doesn't really do nothing for me. Um, Steve Garcia versus Lopez does absolutely nothing for me. Usman too was able to make him work, and then won the third round if I'm not mistaken. It's fucking crazy though how Khamzat, like his build, he should have better cardio than he does. His cardio sucks. Like we saw even in the what's that guy DDP fight, he kind of gassed in the fifth round, and like it's like, bro, your output was so low. Like if DDP wasn't a blue belt, you definitely would have had some issues there. What do you guys think of Yuri versus Olberg? Who do you think wins that one? Huge get together for the ballroom introduction. Bro, if Dana White looks at that card, he's going to be like, where are the Americans? Like, what the fuck is this card? Where's Conor McGregor? Like, even for Trump, he had that moment with John Jones. Like, what the fuck? UFC dropped the ball there. That fight was terrible. Rosas versus him too. Like, why the fuck is that the feature fight? That fight sucked. I don't want Raul Rosas as my feature fight. My feature fight, they used to make the feature fight, they used to call it the swing fight. They used to make that like the most entertaining fight of the night. Like the swing fight, this fight should have been on the prelims. The swing fight should have been Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. Yeah, Buckley Brady should be a good one. Yeah, Jerry might KO Olberg. Olberg, though, is fucking weird. Like, he's had some fights where I thought he was going to get fucked up, and he wins. If Lopez loses to Garcia, he needs to move up to lightweight or just be a top 15 gatekeeper. Yeah. I mean, the rate we're going, if he beats Garcia, he's getting a title shot. So. Oh my God. O'Malley versus Sandhagen. Why the fuck isn't that the fight? Fucking Canadian Zahabi. They definitely should have went O'Malley versus Sandhagen. 100% that should have been the fight. Sandhagen's as American as it gets. Again, if O'Malley loses that fight, it's going to be like, yo, we have a fucking French-Canadian, a Canadian guy who just won. If fucking, it's just not good matchmaking there. There's potential that no Americans other than the Dawkins Bo Nickel fight get interviewed post-fight. Like, what are they doing there? Like, imagine if that happens, that not a single American wins that night. Even worse, imagine every American gets stopped. Oh, man, O'Malley versus Sandhagen would have been fucking fire. And we get O'Malley versus Zahabi. Fucking Mark Zuckerberg. Bro, who's seen Puka Nakua going on like a generational run of bagging internet sloths? Yeah, I looked like he was fucking overtime Megan, probably smashed. It looked like he was doing something with that other girl. What's that other girl's name? The little hot Arab girl, Sarah Safari. Puka looks like he's trying to be like Pajeda and go on a legendary run. Oh, I love me some Puka Nakua, especially when football season is on. Puka's a good bet. Oh yeah, I loved Megan Fox back in the day. Big Megan Fox fan. So here, I need Renier de Ritter. Absolutely need Renier de Ritter here. Oh, I don't know anything about him personally. I just know him as a football player. Oh, yeah, Megan Fox and Transformers. Puka's going to go down the AB rabbit hole. What do you mean? He's going to have brain damage and start going fucking nuts? He's going to get that CT ESPN. That's going to be the highlight of the card. Is Sean O'Malley having red, white, and blue braids and then getting decision by Zahabi. Like the only way America, other than the Bo Nickel fight and Dawkins, where American is going to win. The only way the Americans are going to get one is when Joe Rogan does the hold on. I'm going to talk to Sean O'Malley here. Sean, you fought a great fight. What do you got to say to your fans? You know, Justin, you just got knocked out, but if you can gather your thoughts real quick, I just want to talk to you real quick. That's the only American interviews that are going to be happening that night. Yeah. They definitely dropped the ball there. They probably thought, too, that they were, like, delivering a banger. Like, if that was a full card, like, if they had other fights on that card, they could have salvaged it a little bit. But for that to be the 6-fight card, it's like, they leave more to be desired there. Oh, my God, right now. No, like, Puka, if they did Puka Nacua versus Lopez and Lopez beat him, title shot. It's like, what the fuck, man? You know what else is weird to me? What happened to Pantoja? Like, they're just, like, constantly talking about Joshua Van like he's a 10-time defending champion. How is Pantoja not getting a rematch that they're doing Taisho Taira, and then they just never talk about Pantoja anymore? I don't know. This one's tough. I need, for my parlay, I need RDR. I like RDR. I've met him in passing. He was a nice guy. But Kyle Bahario, whatever you pronounce it, I think he's the best of the fighting nerds. No. Yes! Hold on, people. Please tell me that just happened. Oh my God, please hold that. I need UC San Diego to hold right now. I'm rooting RDR. I like RDR. I'd like to think RDR could win this fight, but I do think that he looked like shit in his last fight, but then you hear all the shit that he had going on, and then every time we've seen a guy fight that much, they don't pull it off. They wind up looking like shit in one of the fights, and it is like burnout, Training camps are fucking tough. Like, to keep going through them back to back to back, you get fucked up from it. You know, RDR was looking like he was about to become a championship contender before that last one. I just no, I'm just saying with Pantoja, like what why didn't they give Pantoja run that back with Pantoja? Oh yes. UC San Diego won. Like Joshua Van's out doing like a fucking parade and doing media and stuff like he's this fucking champion. It's like, bro, like 1,000 times Pantoja falls like that. The one time he happened to break his arm, like you didn't beat him. You know, you get the win, but you didn't fucking beat him. Like, act accordingly. Like, before every time you kind of speak, you have to say, like, freak accident in that fight, but he's out here like he's the champ. RDR does look goofy. I will concur that. I don't know if that was a real thing, Prates and Connor. That might have been Prates just saying that because, you attach your name to Connor, it kind of brings up your stock or keeps you in the fucking loop. Oh my God, yeah, Jamal Hill was terrible. It's fucking crazy that he's the one who beat Glover. That's fucking nuts. I mean, this is definitely a good fucking fight. The Ritter versus Baharo. Or Baharolo? How do you pronounce that? I got to hear John Anik do it so I have the correct pronunciation. But even that, like RDR, I think he beats Brendan Allen fucking 9 times out of 10. That was the one time. Yeah, RDR's walking out to that Roy Jones. I don't like that they haven't closed this game out yet, though. Like, what's going on here? Borioyo? Borohoyo? Honestly, you got to let John Anik do it. John Anik is fucking good with these last names. I used to do like commentary and announcing for fights for a company called New York Fight Exchange back in the day. And that was one of the toughest parts was learning. You'd have to ask people how to pronounce the name and then remember it and almost like sound it out. And that was always one of the toughest parts. So when I see how John Anik does it, and he always has like this pronunciation for all these different names, it's fucking crazy. Bio Haro. Bio, storming the division. Heart says RDR. Mine says Bato. My parlay says RDR, so I'm rooting RDR. Plus, he came out to that Roy Jones. Plus, I've never been sold on the fighting nerds. I don't root for them. Yeah, Glover should have got a rematch, but he was old. I think, didn't Glover, was that Glover's last fight? I loved Glover, though. Glover was the man. I always say I want to go train at his gym now that I moved to upstate. Was that Glover's last fight? At least Pajeda went and got that one back for him. Yeah, that was his last fight, the Jamal Hill fight. Crazy. I did like, though, I'm not the biggest Jamal Hill fan, but I did like that whole situation with him and Joanna. Where he was like, I'll be honest, I was trying to smash. My girl knew about it. Like, I've seen some shit with him, and he's fucking funny. Oh, that's, now that you mention that, I can't get my mind off of that it should have been Sandhagen. How the fuck is it not Sandhagen versus O'Malley? It's fucking Zahabi. That's crazy. Again, it's the American card. How is it not majority Americans? Like, let's do the math. 1, 2, 3. Like, it's 50-50 pretty much, other than that one fight. And then you have the co-main event is 2 foreigners. Oh, but that's his beef with Pereira was one-sided. Like, you ever see that one clip where he walked up to Pereira at the PI, and Pereira like tried to fight him, and Pereira was like, "We could fight," and Jamal Hill kind of was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, nah, I'm like professional with this." He dick tucked a little bit, but now we got to get back into fighting. We got to get back into this. RDR versus Kyle Borharlo. Kyle Bohio is how he pronounced it. Versus Ranier de Ritter. Ranier de Ritter. Ranier de Ritter. I think that's kind of how, what's his name just pronounced it? Caio Bojaro. But let's go RDR for the parlay. RDR all day. If he looks like the RDR that before that Brendan Allen fight, I think it's a good night for RDR. He's a plus 200 underdog. I need him and Max. That's my slip. RDR and Max. I think he needs to get those step-in knees. He needs to time Kyle's entries. Well, he was fucked up in that Brendan Allen fight. He definitely had something wrong with him, and then when he talked about it, his body broke down. So remember, it kind of happened to Junior Dos Santos at one point, where when you overtrain, you become anemic, and you're fucking like your whole body starts like working against you. Your cardio shot, like that's kind of what was happening to him. Basically, overtrained for a year. And it's like a race car, you know, you're redlining the whole time. You're going to start blowing some fucking parts. Both guys trading low kicks. The thing, too, with the Ritter, he is not fast. So he has to, like, catch people. Like, Caio Bajario looks way faster. Both guys, though, really battling to walk the other guy down. Caio fighting with his hands low. Both guys keep trading low kicks. RDR's trying to set up that step and knee, but Bahayo's keeps circling off. Oh, a little trip, little feet entanglement there, and DeRitter fell. Ooh, good jab for RDR. Ooh, good straight left hand lands for Kyle. Oh, a knee to the balls. Oh, Journey fucking rocks. Was it Steve Perry? Oh, it's them without Steve Perry. Don't they have a little Asian guy who sounds just like Steve Perry? I mean, I don't want to see someone throw up, but I almost wish that they would have put the camera on Cody Garbrandt while he was throwing up so I could have known. Let's go. So a nut shot. Look like they both hit each other, but right now we got a little break in the action. Looks like Bahayo is a little bit more affected by it. And we're back. 3:30 left in the first round. Little cut under the right eye for Bahayo. Probably from a jab. Ooh. Straight left hand and a right hook lands for RDR. He's backing Kyle up. Ooh, good straight left hand lands for Kyle. Good low kick by Kyle. I like what RDR is doing, though. He's walking Kyle down. Ooh, good left hand just lands for Kyle. Good jab lands for RDR. Ooh, good left hand just landed for RDR. Is Kyle a southpaw or is he just standing southpaw? I know RDR is a southpaw. Ooh, good punch just landed for Kyle. Jab lands for RDR. Good low kick for Kyle. Ooh, nice little check hook just landed for Kyle. Good jab lands for Kyle. Ooh, good straight left just landed for Kyle. Very quick. Yeah, RDR's more of a timing thing. He's not fast. He times when he lands. Like he catches you in the middle of your movement, where Kyle's quick. Good right hand to the body lands for Kyle. Takedown attempt for RDR. He gets it. Kyle gets back up. RDR's got a body lock. Pressing Kyle up against the cage. Has his back. He's looking for a mat return. Kyle's fighting the hands. Couple of knees to the thigh from Kyle. RDR gets a takedown. A nice switch by Kaio. He's working his way back up. And they're back on the feet, pressed against the cage as the first round ends. You might have to lean RDR in that first round. Oh my God, right now. Yeah, no head move from RDR. He's just walking straight forward. Good low kicks from Kaio in that first round. Good straight left hand for Kaio. Both guys landed some good shots. Oh my God. I need Utah Valley. Oh, check right hook just landed for Kaio. Like RDR wobbled a little bit. He's waving Kaio in. Good low kick for Kaio. It was looking good for RDR, but I'm not liking the beginning of this round here for him. Oh, straight left hand lands for Kaio. Ooh, good left. Another good left hand lands for Kaio. RDR in on a double leg. Kaio defending. Up against the cage. RDR trying to get the takedown again, but he's just like trying to sag on him. Not the best technique right there by RDR. Kaio defends it. Now he's got RDR pressed up against the cage. RDR's breathing heavy. I don't like it. He's got his hands clasped. He needs to step through and go for a throw or a trip right now. Yeah, not the best takedown techniques. You know, you got to get your hips in. He's doing shit with his ass out. You can't finish takedowns like that. Ooh, good knee to the body by RDR. Kyle don't look like he liked that. He's got a body lock right now. Pressing Kaio up against the cage. He's got to throw more of those knees. Kaio did not like that knee. Both guys pummeling up against the cage. RDR changes levels, grabs a single leg. Oh, no. Yeah, he looks like he's been breathing heavy this whole round. I mean, it depends on the judge. We've seen some fights where they score cage control or pushing the guy up against the cage heavily. Sometimes they don't score it. like damage this round has been done by the early work was done by Kyle. Both guys breathing a little heavy, a little short left hand lands for RDR. I mean, RDR looks a little better now. He looked like shit at the start of the round. He's got Kyle breathing a little heavy and being a little hesitant. Oh, a good calf kick by Kyle. A little glancing left hand lands for RDR. Oh, my God. RDR looks like he's got a little nose, a little blood coming out of his nose. That round is subjective right there. That one could go either way. Oh, no. Come on. It's either 2-0 Kyle or 1-1. Or it could be 2-0 RDR now that I'm thinking about it. That first round was competitive. It's close. Could be a split for somebody right now. But if they're going off body language, RDR doesn't look good either round. A lot of people I'm seeing have it tied. Oh, did he just get dropped or tripped? Yeah, he's like goofy footed right now, little fatigued. He's got to catch a second wind, RDR. Ooh, good jumping knee right there, landed for RDR. Takedown for Kyle, though. Not good here for RDR. He's got to do something. Kyle steps into mount. RDR gets his half guard back. This ain't good right now for RDR. He's got to do something. He's giving this fight away. Motherfucker. Idiots. Oh, they tied it up. Thank God. But yeah, RDR got to do something. He's giving this round away. Can't be hanging out on your back. I don't know. I think just lack of fighters saying yes or timing. Josh Emmett versus Kevin Valles. I do think they're trying to push Kevin Valles because they need more people at 45. You know who? That's why Lopez keeps getting title shots. RDR needs to do something big here. Oh, there's a good left hand for RDR. He's got Kyle backing up, but might be too little, too late. See, like body language is where RDR is gonna fucking lose this fight. Good left hand lands for Kyle. Good low kick by Kyle. I don't know if he got dropped. Maybe got caught with something, but he was also like goofy footed. They crossed up feet. I mean, on the I wonder what the judges are watching because on the total strikes on the UFC website, as they track it, it says that total strikes 105 to 68 in favor of RDR. Does Islam get the winner of the BMF? No. I don't know what they're doing with Islam right now. Rumors of him fighting Usman. There was rumors he was going to fight Ian Gary. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Islam. That's definitely Kyle's fight. Hopefully the judges get it wrong for the sake of my parlays, but that's probably 29-28 Kyle. Unless the judges fuck this up, my parlay's fucked. Bastards. Bastards. Probably 29-28 Kyle, but let's hope that the judges were judging something else there. Or like Megan Fox was in the crowd or something. They were looking. Was absolutely not very entertaining. You are correct in that, sir. Let's see what we got. Ah, he didn't win. 30-27. Fuck you, RDR. You dick. I don't know why I took you. You know what it was? I just do not like the fighting nerds. So my bias made me pick RDR. Thought he turned in a better performance, but he looked slow and sluggish tonight. But I mean, all three judges, unfortunately. I could see it though. The rounds were close, but it's what you're judging. They were probably judging the speed and the damage. You know, RDR looks so slow in his body language. He lost every round off of his body language. You know, you can't be moving like you're tired and all fucked up. The judges aren't going to give you those rounds. All right, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Yeah, his body language was terrible. Judges will look at something like that, especially judging a fight is not easy. So that's kind of how you can kind of judge a fight, like who looks better. And he was moving he was moving like a slug. That was definitely the slowest I've seen him look, other than that Brendan Allen fight. Be back. I got to get myself a beverage. Joe Burrow. Yeah, like what are they doing with DDP? It's like he lost that fight and you never heard from him again. I don't know. We never saw Max knocked out. And then we saw him knocked out. We never seen him dropped. He got dropped in his last two fights. We might see him submitted. But some statistics that I saw leading into this fight. In rematches, Max is 2-4. Charles is 4-0. Right now, at where he's at in his career, Oliveira, he's been win one, lose one for the last 5 years. He's due for a loss. He won his last fight against Gamrot. If he keeps up with what he's been doing, this would be an L. So there's a couple of factors playing in this one. There's also, granted, it's for the BMF title, not a real belt, but the over 35 rule. What is he? Is he 37, Charles? 36? He's over 35, so he's not of age to win this fight. He's 36. So there's a couple of factors in this fight working against him. And also, like we've seen Oliveira have his lows and come back. We've only seen Max fight one fight since he got knocked out by Ilya, and that was against Poirier, who was retiring, was on his way out, wasn't the best version of Poirier. So it's like, Is Max still the same Max? Is Max's chin still as durable? Like, once your chin gets cracked, it's got a little chip in it, you know? Nah, they got to do Strickland versus Khamzat. That's what I would love to see, is Strickland Khamzat. They can't have them fight other people and risk losing that fight, in my opinion. I think they got to throw that one together. DDP versus Brendan Allen could be good. But even there, it's like we already know. We've now seen everyone else who fought DDP before, they were stupid for not taking him down. Like, Brendan Allen's not stupid. He's going to take DDP down. RDO is so sloppy. Yeah, that was a dog shit performance. He looked like he was moving like a slug in there. And he fucked up my parlay. Bastard. Now I'm off the RDR bandwagon after that one. That's 2 straight. I remember I had him over Brendan Allen too. So that's 2 straight parlays you fucked up, buddy. You're out of here. You're out of here. Now I can't trust you anymore. Maybe. Whoa, what about Kyle versus DDP? They'd strike and stay on the feet. The problem with DDP is if you give him a grappler, more than likely the grappler's going to fuck him up. His grappling, and granted, Khamzat's good. DDP's grappling looked fucking terrible. Oh, he did call out DDP? Because I didn't pay attention to that. The baddest mother effer. I just hate that they came up with an idea. They brought this title in, and it has no lineage, so it's a participation trophy. Like right now, Max and Charles, they're fighting for Ilya's belt. Ilya should have been given that belt and either forfeited it or should still be the BMF champion. Like, you can't get knocked unconscious and be like, no, he's still the champion. It wasn't on the line. What? His paper trophy, his fucking fake championship wasn't on the line? I got Max, but again, I wonder if he's still the same Max. That Topuria fight, I think, fucked him up, man. You can't get knocked. Most people don't get knocked out like that and come back. It's very rare that you get flatlined like that and your career starts going up. Usually it's going to be like a win one, lose one, win one, lose one, like we're seeing Charles is currently in. And again, Charles has been in that win one, lose one since, let me see, it goes back a little bit. And he is due for a loss right now. I want to say 2022 or something. Like, you know, we're all creatures of habit. So he's been win one, lose one since the Gaethje fight. So since 2022. Lost to Islam, beat Dariush. Lost to Arman, beat Chandler. Lost to Topuria, beat Gamrot. And now the most impressive win in that is Gamrot. Like, we've seen Chandler. Chandler's not winning fights. We've seen Dariush. He's not winning fights. Like, Max been winning fights, other than when he got cracked by Topuria, but Topuria's been doing that to everybody. You know, Max had moments in that Poirier fight where you were kind of like, oh, shit, is Max slipping up? That's the thing, too. Max at 55 looks way better now than that time he went up to fight Dustin, and you were like, ooh, go back down to 45. Now he looks big. He looks like he's filled out. I think BMF, what they should do, and I'm fine with it, because it award entertaining fighters, but also kind of like a contender fight, if you will, or have the champions fight in the BMF belts. They should do 125, 135 BMF, 145, 155 BMF, 170, 185 BMF, and then a 205 and heavyweight BMF. If we're not throwing in the 165-pound division, that's something they could do to stop having to keep making interim champions. Oh, this game is killing me right now. But that's something they could definitely do. That's something I think too. Yeah, Max definitely has some power at 55. But again, durability. He's been in a lot of wars. He's been in there a lot. He's taken a lot of shots. And once your chin gets cracked, it doesn't get better after that, you know? And Oliveira can crack. He's got some power. More than likely, it's going to be a Max performance where Max just overwhelms him, but Charles is scrappy, man. Charles got power. He's got good striking. He's got good jiu-jitsu. A lot of things working on his side. Korean Zombie cage side. You know, like, to quote Joe Rogan and the MMA Guru, man, people forget Oliveira's got some clean striking. His chink in his armor has always been, you know, when he gets tired a little bit, he can get caught, or earlier in his career, he would kind of say no mas. But Oliveira's got some clean striking. He's got a clean left hook. He's got a good straight right hand. Max has the cardio, has the volume. I would almost say Oliveira might have the power in this fight. Like, Oliveira might hit harder. Holy shit, this fucking game. This fucking college basketball game, the Utah Valley Wolverines versus the Utah Tech Trailblazers, is fucking killing me right now. It's in double overtime. And Utah Valley, who I need, was just up by 4. Now Utah Tech just hit a 3. There's fucking 2 seconds left. They're going to get free throws. Like, they need to hit these fucking free throws and seal this game. But yeah, I'm not opposed to more BMF belts. I thought that's what they were going to do, like John Jones versus Pereira, BMF heavyweight belt. Have it be every 2 weight classes. Have it be rewarding contenders or entertaining fighters, and kind of almost each division have a separate division. Have the championship fights and have like a little BMF division in it. And then the BMF fighter puts on a great performance or has a few wins in a row, you give him a title shot. Or we just do what we're doing and give it to a guy, he gets knocked out and he's still the BMF champion. Or give it to Masvidal, he gets knocked out and we just get rid of the belt. Like, we don't give it to the guy who knocked him out. Like, if you do it like that, then it's garbage. Then it's a fucking participation trophy. But if it has lineage, where when you fight, you get knocked out, someone else becomes the champion. Like, every fight that you're in, the belt's on the line. If you're fighting for a title, your belt's on the line too. Like, none of this, oh, well, his belt wasn't on the line versus Ilya. Masvidal's belt wasn't on the line versus Usman. Okay, well, a badder motherfucker knocked you unconscious. You should have did the right thing and gave them the belt. Put the belt on their shoulder and been like, you're a bad motherfucker. You knocked me out tonight. Oh, my God. But again, like I was Charles too. You gotta love Charles. You can't not be a Charles Oliveira fan. And Max, you can't not be a Max fan. Like I'm sure this fight has a lot of people torn. Like I see a lot of those like diehard Oliveira fans and a lot of those like diehard Max fans. You know, I'm a fight fan. I'm a fan of both. I wouldn't call either one my favorite fighter. I enjoy both. I think they're both very cool what they do. I see Max does some charity shit. Oliveira does some charity shit. I always like guys that give back. Oh my God, please end this game. I got 27-8 Max Holloway versus 36-11 Charles Oliveira. Two guys who have racked up a lot of bonus money. Nobody thinks this fight's going to be boring. Like both of these guys, always in entertaining fights. I can't see this fight not being entertaining. Who you guys got? Max Holloway or Charles? I'm also waiting for this World Baseball Classic Japan game. I like sprinkling a little money on your boy Shohei. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Goddard. Mark Goddard is one of those. Either he's letting the fight go too long or he's stopping it early. So just let him fight tonight, Mark. Just let them fight. Just call fouls and shut the fuck up. Let him fight. Watching around the world. Been waiting for. It's it's I love that story of Frank Trigg and Bruce Buffer getting into a fight in the elevator and Bruce Buffer not backing down from him. A Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. Brazilian versus a Hawaiian. We got Bruce Buffer finishing up his announcements. Max's chick is a smoke show. Big fan of Max's chick. Mark Goddard giving the final instructions. Glove touch. Sit down, Puka Nacua. He's outside the cage jumping around like he's fighting. Screaming at Max. Ooh, good low kick by Oliveira to start things off. Another good low kick. Good jab by Max. I like what Oliveira was trying to do there. You should work on that. Slow Max down. Don't have Max jumping around you. Ooh, Holloway's peppering him with shots, though. Ooh, Oliveira landed a right hand. Another right hand. Oh, and he took Max down. He caught Max with a right hand that kind of opened Max's eyes up. On the ground, 40 seconds into the first round. Oliveira needs to keep this position. He's in side control right now. Bad spot for Oliveira. For Holloway. Holloway's got to try to scramble up, not give up his back. Knee on belly. He's surfing on him. Max is kind of going for the legs, but that's not good, Max. Your whole game should just be trying to get up right now. Couple elbows from Oliveira. Lands back in side control. Like, don't do jiu-jitsu with him, Max. Just try to get back to your feet. Just scramble. Try to create a scramble and work your way up. Do not try to grapple with him. You're just going to wind up stuck here. Up. He's trying to scramble, giving up his back. Oliveira's on his back. 3 minutes left in the round. Oh, shit. He's across the chin right now. He is squeezing. All right, Max is fighting the hands. Charles is adjusting. Oh, he's got it on his chin, but he's squeezing. All right, he's out. He's out of the choke. He's not out of the back control. Oh, shit. Is he under the net? No. Max's hand is in there. He's on the chin still. But if Max gets out of this round, we know cardio goes to him. Max did get cracked, though. It looked like with a good right hand that had him stood straight up. And then Oliveira grabbed the body lock, dumped him. He's trying to get under the neck. Max is doing a good job hand fighting right now. Oliveira's got to punch more, pepper him up. Max is doing a good job of defending here. Max is doing a good job controlling his wrist. A couple good elbows from Oliveira. I guess just from the scrambles, maybe a punch. Oliveira has a little cut on his forehead. Body triangle for Oliveira. Max is doing a good job right now of staying alive. Oh, he's chin. He's on his chin. Max is surviving. Max is surprising me right now with the jiu-jitsu. He's hanging. And this is good for him if they get out of this round because Charles's legs are going to be zapped. We know Max has the better cardio. So how good of shape is Charles in for this fight is the question. All right, he made it to the first round, but that could almost be a 10-8 first round. Almost, that might be a 10-8 first round. Great first round for Oliveira. If Max loses this fight, I think we got to call Puka Nakua like the Drake curse because the way Puka's jumping around in Max's corner, it seems. Oliveira is a good counterpuncher. That's how he caught Max. Ooh, little right hand lands for Max. But that's how he caught Max in that first round. Oh, he's in on a takedown again, Oliveira. Good entry. He's got Max up against the cage. Body lock. Got him down again. Max, don't throw up a triangle. Just stand up. Don't try to grapple with him. Close guard. Max has his feet in Oliveira's hips. Do not grapple with him. You just need to try to stand up. If you start trying to be offensive with jiu-jitsu against a guy who's levels above you, it's just going to lead to you getting fucked up. Great game plan so far by Oliveira. He's not going to bullshit and Max is kind of giving up his back. It's not looking good right now for Max. He's got to get his back to the cage and try to stand up. He's just trying to turn over and give up his back to stand up, which is not going to work against Oliveira. This might turn into a head and arm triangle right here for Oliveira. Oliveira's got his back again. Looks like he's got the leg across. He's trying to lock on a body triangle. Another bad start to this round for Max. No, it looks like he's on the chin. Gives it up. Ooh, a nice elbow from Oliveira. Couple of nice elbows from Oliveira. He's got the body triangle. Oliveira on his back. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Ooh, good elbow from Oliveira. Another good elbow from Oliveira. Ooh, good elbow to the side of Max's head. Oh, another neck crank. I like that Max ain't tapping to that neck crank shit. You can't go to sleep from it. You can get your jaw broken and it just hurts. I mean, right now, this is another 10-8 round for Oliveira. Max got to do something. See, now what's going to be rough is the next round, if Max comes out and tries to change up his striking a little bit and keeps his hands low, Oliveira might just start throwing fucking shots at him and catch him with something. If he gets too overly worried about the takedown. Oh, man. Max has a little cut in the middle of his forehead as well. Rough start to this fight for Max Holloway. Oh my God. Max looks a little worse for the wear here. I mean, I think the first round was 10-8. The second round might have been 10-8 as well. What the fuck? Oh my God. Did everyone else's stream just fucking go out? Motherfucker, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? Did everyone else's stream just die? Your stream just went out? What the fuck just happened? Is Paramount dropping the ball? I got a black screen. What the fuck just happened? Yeah, why is my Paramount's out, but I got it over here. We got Oliveira shot in on another takedown. He's got him pressed up against the cage. He's looking for another takedown on Max. Max is defending. Bro, Paramount Plus is fucking up. Oh, another takedown for Oliveira. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third round. He's got Max inside control. All right, my Paramount came back. He's moving into mount. What the fuck just happened, Paramount? We got Oliveira in mount, 3/4 mount. Nice elbow lands. Holloway's got nothing off his back as far as scrambling or trying to get back to his feet. Only thing he's tried to do twice is give up his back, which is not going to work. It didn't come back. It came back, Paramount. You just got to reload it if it's not back on. Minute and 40 seconds left. Oliveira on top of Holloway in half guard. Max is not trying to scramble, not trying to create space. He's just holding on. He cannot stop Oliveira's takedowns. And honestly, a big part of it is that early in that first round, he caught Max with some punches that you got to respect Oliveira's striking. That you can't keep your hands low. I think Max is more focused on the striking than the takedowns, and then before you know it, Oliveira is in too deep. This has been a dominant performance by Oliveira so far. But cardio. This fight could come down to cardio. Could come down to cardio. Ooh, couple good elbows from Oliveira. Not good so far for Max. Ooh, big knee landed. That must have been the start of this round. Oliveira landed a big knee to Max. And you see, just like in the first round, he landed that right hand. Max's chin is not the same after that Ilya fight. That's what I'm seeing. Max's chin is not the same after that Ilya Topuria fight. His chin got cracked. He looks very defeated in the corner right now. It's almost like right now, Max, don't throw anything but a jab and just keep moving your feet. Don't get your back to the cage because that's how he keeps taking you down. Don't back up beyond the black line. And just throw nothing but your jab. You got to make Oliveira work. Oliveira looks fresh as fuck right now. Test that guy's pee. Give him a blood test. I don't know. I don't think so. We saw when he fought Arman. Arman was able to hang with him a little bit. We saw when he fought Islam. Islam was able to beat him on the ground. Caught him with a punch, but then was able to control him. I just think Max isn't a grappler. We've known this. Max is a striker first. He's had good takedown defense, but he's not a grappler. Ooh, there's a good little right hand from Max. He's trying. Good tight guard from Oliveira. Up, Oliveira shoots again. He's got Max pressed against the cage. Looking for a trip. Up, he defends it. But again, you got to get your back off the cage, Max. It's not double legs and like single legs. It's body locks that he keeps taking Max down with. Got him again. Max tried to grapple with him, tried to slam him himself. He should have just defended the takedown. Round 4, 3 minutes, 45 seconds left, and Max is down again. Bro, this might be a 50-40 fight. This could be a 50-40 fight right here. I mean, off of this, the fight to make might be, if this continues, might be Charles versus Ilya. Rematch, 5 rounds. Make it International Fight Week or right around the same time as Justin versus Ilya or Arman. That's what I meant to say. This might be Charles versus Arman. And then you make that fight around the same time as Ilya versus Justin, and the winners fight. This has been a dominant performance by Oliveira right here. He's got mount, couple of big elbows, and again, just no hip escapes. Just give up his back. Minute 45 left. Crowd is booing. They are not liking this. But now you see huge difference between this and what Raul Rosas does. Like, Oliveira is entertaining grappling. The way he controls someone is entertaining to watch. He's landing effective ground and pound. Rosas throws punches like a little girl, like your little sister fucking trying to hit you. You don't even have to move with Rosas. You can just sit there and take him. Oliveira, you got to move or react to him. Otherwise, you're going to get fucking stopped. $20 seconds left. So Max will make it out of the 4th round. Is this going to be a 50-40 fight? How are these judges scoring these rounds is the question. Puka Nakua. That's whose fault this is. Puka Nakua took the Drake curse and threw it on Max Holloway in this fight. Dancing around him while Bruce Buffer was introducing him. dancing around behind the cage before the fight started. Bro, Charles looks fucking great. Doesn't even look like he's been in a fight. Like, you always seen those people make those memes where it's like the Max Holloway effect, and they'll show the Alex Volkanovski effects, and they'll show all the faces of the opponents after they fought him. I mean, Max's looks good too. He's a little lumped up, but Charles has like a little scratch under his right eye. That's it. They hug it out, and round 5. Little teep to the body by Oliveira. Oh, good right hand for Oliveira. He's in on another takedown. Max defends it. Knee to the body by Max. All right, Max defended that takedown. He wound up on top of Oliveira, though. You got to get out of that guard. This is big for Max, though. He's in half guard on top of Oliveira. Even here, though, Oliveira's too good. You got to try to post on him and try to stand up. Don't get swept. He's about to get swept. He's got to start punching right there. Start punching, Max. At least it won't be a 50-40. Oh, my God. No bueno, Max. No bueno. He's given Oliveira too much time to adjust. Scrambles up. Max jumps on a single leg. Oliveira jumps on a single leg. Takes him down again. That's rough. Tough fight for Max Holloway here. Terrible. Terrible for Max Holloway. $19 of control time. This is a tough night for Max Holloway. He hung in there, though. He could have checked out numerous times and just gave up his neck, and he was not having it. So that that dog in him would not let him submit here. Oliveira, for the meme, he's got to back up and point to the mat. Just back out of guard, point to the mat, and give Max that 10 seconds. Oof. Rough fight for Max here. Dominated. Oh, now they're pointing with 4. Oh, shit! Oliveira just caught Max clean. Max pointed, and Oliveira hit him with a clean right hand. Dominant performance by Charles Oliveira. Dominant performance. 50-43, 50-42, something. That was a rough night for Max Holloway. He got punched, he got kneed, he got elbowed, he got dominated on the ground. I don't know if I've ever seen a fight like that where a guy got dominated for 25 minutes like that on the ground. That was rough for Max Holloway. Oliveira looked fucking great. That's like the best you've seen him look. His cardio was great. His control was great. His striking was great in the moments that they were on the feet. He caught Max a bunch of times. What are the stats on that? There's no fucking way Max Holloway landed 63 total strikes. What fucking fight were these stat counters watching? He did not land. The fight overview is saying that Oliveira landed 101 strikes and Max landed 63. What fucking fight were you watching? He did not land 20 strikes. I mean, I like grappling, so I enjoyed that fight. Just to see the domination was entertaining to me. It wasn't like the Rosas fight where there was no strikes on the ground. But I get what you mean. It's definitely not the most entertaining fight. It's definitely not going to draw in new viewers. Like only like purists or people who practice jiu-jitsu are going to like that fight. But that was rough for Max Holloway. Let's see what these scorecards are. $50-45. Those weren't 10-9 rounds. What the fuck? At least 2 10-8 rounds in that fight. I don't know. What's up, Joe? Come on. Let me get you. Come on. Let me get you. Come on. Ugh. I think he just clawed my fucking face open, Joe. What'd you think, Joe? She said she's happy that Joanna's getting her fight in the Hall of Fame. She said that John Jones ain't coming back. But this is my dog, Joanna Jones-Jacek. Actually, Charles, it's one BMF, and it's Ilya Taporia. And I don't know, that Max tonight could probably beat a lot. I mean, Oliveira tonight could probably beat a lot of people. JJ. JJ. Man, congrats to the people that bet Oliveira. I think he was plus 200. Let me see you, Joe. Ooh, no bonus for that. No bonus for that performance. Not a bonus worthy performance. Should be, could be, but I don't know about that. They want, just bleed guy performances. Like, fuck that. They were talking maybe Connor fighting the BMF winner. If it was Max, sure. Oliveira, no fucking way. Oliveira would submit Max, or would Oliveira would submit Connor in fucking one round. That was a tough, tough L for Max there. That was rough. What'd you guys think of that fight? Other than Diego, who thought it was boring and that you took a nap. I mean, give them each a fight, and if they want, they could run it back. They are 1-1 against each other now. UFC 326 was good. I was entertained. The worst part of UFC 326 was Raul Rosas's fight, or when they announced the White House card. The disappointment that wafted over me as well as a lot of the combat sports community. But other than that, it was a good night. I mean, that would have been a rough watch if Renier RDR did win, and that was the fight that I had to sit through to watch my parlay sell. So, is what it is. Is anyone watching Zuffa Boxing tomorrow? All right, well, be sure to throw me a follow, throw me some likes. I appreciate those who joined me, commented, talked with me, watched the fights with me, but I'll maybe hop back on in a few to watch the post-fight presser. But right now, I gotta go use the men's room. So, well, see you later. Be sure to throw me a follow, my friends. And I will see you guys next time. Hopefully, you hop in the live.